Ange, top side this week, tough test?
Oh, it's the same test as every other week. There's no real difference, and I think if anything, this year's proven that it's an even competition. So you prepare yourself well for every weekend, because if you don't, you're going to get punished. So yeah, it'll be a tough one, but no different to any other A-League week.
And Arch looked all right out there. How'd the boys pull up from international duty? They all right, him and Marco?
Yeah, they trained. They got in this morning and spoke to them. They're fine. They both played about 70 minutes on Wednesday, but they're right to go.
Gui Finkler?
Yeah, Finkler's no good. Yeah, he's been struggling with a groin for a couple of weeks, and we got him through last week, but he just hasn't trained at all this week. So we kind of made a decision, yesterday that there's no point continuing to push him along. He's got to get over it, so he'll miss tomorrow.
So who comes in for him?
Saka will come in.
And Sanak?
Yeah. No, look, we want to give Saka an opportunity. He's worked really hard to get back from fitness. He had some fitness issues through pre-season, but we want to give him an opportunity. We kind of think that he'll fit our style of play. He's that kind of player, but like every week we give somebody else an opportunity now, and for all the players, I guess it's about them trying to adapt to how we play, and as we go along, we're finding out who can and who can't. So it's his opportunity tomorrow.
Is that why he hadn't figured earlier on then, because of fitness issues?
Oh, not just that. We had Finkler and Flores who were doing quite well in that area, and two wide guys were doing well as well. So it's just he's had to be patient for his opportunity. But he's had 290 minutes in youth team the last couple of weeks. Did well for our youth team last weekend up in Sydney against Western Sydney, and gets his opportunity.
Well, hitherto he's been used more in wide areas himself. You plan to use him centrally, or
yeah, he'll just come in for Finkler. Yeah, he'll just come in for Finkler and play the same role. Like I said, we don't really want to disrupt things too much from what we've been doing. So he'll just replace Gui, and as I said, hopefully do a good job for us.
How many weeks played bringing in Naboo?
No. Like I said, we're quite happy with the way the team's been playing the last 3-4 weeks, and we want to maintain that consistency. And Andrew's nowhere near playing 90 minutes at the moment. He's only really just started training with us on a regular basis. So, and like I said, Marco and Archie have been going really well. So we're quite happy and comfortable to continue that way.
Ange, how many weeks for Finkler?
Not sure. Hopefully just the one, with a bit of luck. As I said, we got him out there last week, and we protected him against Wellington, but last week, because of the nature of the game, we had to keep him out there for 90 minutes, and we got about 1,000 corners. We probably didn't help him in his groin, so he really struggled to recover after the game. So hopefully just a week.
A couple of great wins, Ange, in the past few weeks. Can you really feel that momentum now starting to build with the boys?
Look, I don't know if it's momentum. I guess it gives the players a bit of confidence and a bit of self-belief in what we're doing, but there's still small steps. There's still a long way to go, and we've got to get a lot better in what we do. But you much rather be learning and progressing, getting wins on the board than the other way around. So we're in 6-7 games. I think that's when things start really hotting up in the A-League, and you don't want to create too much of a gap between the top teams and your team. So it's helped us in that sense. But in terms of momentum, like I said, I think our last, apart from the first 2 weeks were poor, but since then we've sort of been gradually building a little bit more consistency in our play, and hopefully that continues tomorrow.
Ange, what do you make of Tommy Rogic, and what role do you expect him to play tomorrow, considering he's come off the back of international duty?
I don't think that'll make much of a difference. Already played 20 minutes, and usually when players go away for the national team, they come back pretty feeling good about themselves, and so should. Look, he's been great so far for them this year. He's an important part of their team, and I'm sure he'll play a similar role tomorrow. From our point of view, it's no different to addressing every other week. You look at the opposition and you try and set up to overcome them, and it'll be the same tomorrow.
Very structured team, aren't they, the Mariners? Very organised, tactically, very astute. Do they loom as the biggest test you've had so far, do you think?
No, you're right in what you say. They are very well organised, very disciplined team, and they're well coached. So those kind of teams are tough. But it's not our toughest test. Our toughest test is coming up every week. I think the mistake maybe some teams are making are thinking that there are bigger weeks than others, and there are. There are no easy games in this A-League. It's going to be a grinding year. We're into round 6 or 7, and already you can tell that there's pressure on people, and that's not going to change. And if you start treating one team as a more difficult test than another, then that's when you trip up. Our test this week will be the same as it was last week, and the same it's going to be next week. We've got to play to the best of our ability, because when we've done that, we've done okay, but when we haven't, we've looked pretty ordinary.
And just the defence still a bit of a work in progress. Second sort of most goals conceded, I think, at the moment. Or is it more a case that some of the pressure in midfield just hasn't quite been right for the first few weeks?
No, look, I don't think it's a defensive issue. I think as a unit, as a collective, we probably need to be a little bit better in the way we defend certain times, and the way we play. It is about defending collectively rather than just individuals. So, we've sort of settled our back line the last couple of weeks in terms of personnel. We've made a lot of changes between now and the start of the year. Goalkeepers, centre backs, full backs. We've settled the last couple of weeks, and I think we've looked better, even though we've conceded goals. I still think we've looked a lot more settled. So, again, that's part of our where we're at the moment. We need to get better in those areas. But I've always found the hardest thing in football is scoring goals, and if you're getting that right, then the other stuff you can fix along the way.
We certainly won't be able to concede the Mariners a 2-goal start.
Why not? You never know. You never know. Yeah. Why not? No, look, I've never gone into games thinking about trying to minimise what the opposition do. If we can, if we score 3 or 4 goals, it gives us a chance to win the game. So, see.
Ange, a few far-fetched reports in the last hour that David Beckham's management was negotiating for him to come to Australia for a few games. Would you be interested in that at all?
Well, that's great. If he is, would we be interested? No.
That's a no.
I think that's a no.
Thanks, mate.
Okay.